r/leopards ate my face. I never thought leopards would eat my face, sobs woman who voted for the leopards eating people's faces party. Revel in the schadenfreude anytime someone has a sad because they're suffering consequences from something they voted for or supported or wanted to impose on other people. Breaking, the Trump administration plans to cut over 80,000 employees from Veterans Affairs, according to an internal memo. Sorry veterans, but we need to keep our billionaires happy. This sub for the past 6 weeks, and I'm here for it. They took our jobs! Canada blocks the selling of Jack Daniels. What did Jack Daniels do to deserve this? The lapdog tried to tell us in 2016, if we nominate Trump, we will get destroyed, and we will deserve it. Perhaps they're not fitting to have a job at this moment, or not willing to come to work, said Trump's top lawyer, Alina Habba. Trump lawyer Habba on fired veterans. Perhaps they're not fit to have a job at this moment. Ford CEO found out fast. Ford and General Motors donate $1 million and contribute vehicles to Trump's inauguration. And 2 months later, Ford CEO, Trump is creating custom chaos for automakers. President Trump's early tariff moves have one thing in common. No matter the target, they all threaten to blow a hole in the auto industry. Wait, they weren't supposed to target me. ICE detained a US citizen in Northern Virginia with guns drawn. He offered to show ID and told the officers he was an American citizen, but they handcuffed him anyway. The man is a Trump voter, but says he's reconsidering his support after he was targeted for being Hispanic. Poor area hit by the devastating Doge cuts they voted for. Doge cuts upends Trump voting West Virginia town. Nobody that I've talked to understood the devastation that having this administration in office would do to our lives, said one fired Treasury Department worker in Parkersburg. Voted for a racist and gets racially discriminated against. I voted for Trump last election, but because I thought it was going to be the things, like, just go after criminals, not every Hispanic person. Like, that they all assume that we're all illegals. One of the reasons I would say MAGA won is because they were so good at blurring the lines between truth and just, expression, that voters either didn't know or didn't care for what they were voting for, or just thought it wouldn't affect them. Trump supporters in major denial after he promises to take Greenland. One way or another, Greenland belongs to the Greenlanders. Says Greenland Prime Minister Bourbon. Yeah. Logical Americans understand autonomy, just the people led by a man convicted of seem to struggle with the idea of taking autonomy and believing it to be right. Tax cuts for the middle class. Massive tax cuts for the wealthy, while the working class sees a little benefit. Trade wars will bring back American jobs. Destabling global alliances, hurting farmers and industries. We'll end endless wars. More military conflict and ambition abroad. I'm draining the swamp. Corruption runs rampant in his administration. Everyone will have great health care. The Affordable Care Act gutted. Chaos ensues. I'll protect Social Security and Medicare. Cuts made while claiming to defend them. Daddy's home. They'll say they do something 1 month, and then a couple of months later they do the exact opposite. And people just blindly agree with them. Kentucky Bourbon upset they're not exempt from the tariffs. Kentucky Bourbon is a great American success story. Distilling is a $9 billion signature industry in the Commonwealth, responsible for more than 23,000 jobs and $2.2 billion in salaries and benefits. Unfortunately, the return of retaliatory tariffs on American whiskey will have far-reaching consequences across Kentucky. Home to 95% of the world's bourbon. That means hardworking Americans, corn farmers, truckers, distillery workers, barrel makers, bartenders, servers, and the communities and businesses built around Kentucky's bourbon will suffer. As a distinctive product of the United States, bourbon cannot be made anywhere else in the world. It truly is America's only native spirit. Bourbon jobs are American jobs. And we grow Bourbon jobs by opening markets across the globe. Retaliatory measures against Bourbon harm these markets and jeopardize growth for years to come, including the unjust and disproportionate removal of American spirits from retail shelves and prohibition on new purchases of alcohol from American companies. Kentucky Bourbon brings people together, and we hope it will be a uniting force in this situation. In the meantime, the Kentucky Distillers Association will continue to remind leaders of the far-reaching impact of our signature spirit and our concern for the loss of American jobs. Eric Gregory, Kentucky Distillers Association President. Power-hungry egomaniac forgets he works for a power-hungry egomaniac. Simmering anger, Elon Musk's unchecked power spilled out Thursday in a remarkable cabinet room meeting, and President Trump quickly moved to rein him in. See, Musk and Trump are just meant for each other. They're both billionaires posing as smart people who destroy businesses they run. But also one blows up rockets in the Gulf of Mexico. And yes, it's the Gulf of Mexico, not the Gulf of America. My Chinese-American pro-Trump mum voted for him all 3 times, not liking that her day trading portfolio is getting nibbled on. I wish someone would blank him and Elon Musk both. My account was lost about $10,000 today. Nvidia was 318 this morning. When I returned home from the DR, it was 119 per share. Everything down. Good things my passport is here today. Even if the Canada and Mexico tariffs get called off last minute, that doesn't mean that every US global manufacturer hasn't already thought about hedging risk by increasing price to offset cost. Big corporations don't move fast, so it's easier to increase prices and worry about demand later than it is to wait around and lose millions of dollars. Also, getting back with Putin isn't a good look on our European trading partners either. Oh my god, this is sick. I'm gonna wait until 2:30. Can't stand it. He is completely crazy and sick. Elon Musk loses billions in investments after suggesting Mexican billionaire Carlos Slim has criminal ties. Elon Musk shared a tweet suggesting that Mexican billionaire Carlos Slim might have ties to criminal groups. Slim responded by cancelling all business collaborations with Starlink in Latin America, costing Musk over $7 billion. Slim took it a step further, announcing he would shift his planned $22 billion investment with Starlink over the next 5 years to Chinese and European companies instead. Beyond the financial blow, Musk lost his key business partner across 25 countries. So Musk decided to slander one of his, best customers? Yeah, wow, that's the guy that should really be running your country, huh? Very insane people. My son has suspected measles, and the doctor basically implied it's my fault for not vaccinating my son. I mean, it is your fault. Mums used to have measles parties so all the kids could catch it at once to build their immunity. I got my kid vaccinated and will always regret it. What the fuck? Excuse me, I think you're mixing measles with chicken pox. I don't think measles parties exist. Just get a fucking vaccine, please. Sheesh.